first, Spence, if that's all right.
Yeah,
just get her in the green, get the ATIS while I'm waiting. Thank you.
Wind variable 2 knots. Visibility
Yes,
10
thank you.
kilometers or more. Broken 3,400 feet. Temperature +11. Dew point +9. QNH 1028.
Okay, 1028.
1028.
Leaning over. The
Ground
DI while
radio
I'm there,
service
so
in operation.
340 degrees.
All stations contact Shoreham Radio, frequency 123.155. RNP approach and basic service not available during an air-ground radio service. Acknowledge receipt of information mic and report persons on board on first contact.
1028, very good. Okay, so these bees.
Yeah, whack it up to 70. It'll warm up a bit quicker.
Okay.
You'll be familiar with this, but I'll just ask.
Yep.
Yellow bands here. So this one is the reason I'm asking.
Right.
What do yellow bands represent?
Ideally, with engine parameters, full pressure, that's going to alert me that something's wrong with the engine. Yellow bands, you don't want to stay in them for a sustained period of time. Yeah. And the carpet, especially in this country and with the moisture, I wouldn't want to be in there at all. Probably looking about 10 degrees.
Yeah.
So
for different things, they mean different things, obviously.
Sure.
But just basically the precautionary ranges, which means you've got to consider something else.
Right.
You know, as you go, and that covers everything. Precautionary range means you've got to consider something. So manifold pressure, we're always in that band, don't we? But we need to have a look at the placard.
So that band in the AFM, I mean, correct me if I'm mistaken, I read something that it's okay to be in the yellow band while the governor's working, but if the governor's not working, that you will need to increase the throttle. Is that right? Something along those lines?
I'm not sure about that. This is the resonance isn't very nice between the tail boom and the gearbox, but this band here is power on and power off. So if you're in auto rotation, you've got that range. But if you've got if you're not in auto rotation, the engine's powering it. Your engine parameters are a lot smaller.
Got you.
So therefore, the rotor.
Okay, cool. Right, so engine gauges are green, throttle was 75%. Magneto check, so looking for 7%. So she's at 75, so left. I should probably go under the cyclic really. That's down to 71. Back to both. Right. Good drop both sides, back to both. Carpet check. So I'll open it up a bit more and see if that goes above 15 degrees, and it is. I've done freedom movement, so 3/4, something like that, about 10 degrees.
Can I point something out on that one?
Yeah.
So let's say we set 10 degrees or thereabouts, and then we open the throttle. Let's say it was at 10 now, it's at 15 or so.
Yeah.
But you open the throttle, the increase in airflow makes the temperature drop by 10 degrees. So if you'd set it perfectly, you'd be in the yellow. So what I do is 2 things to look for. Is when we do the carpet check, we're noticing a rise in temperature and a decrease in RPM.
Yes.
Now, if that goes up, what would that indicate? If it went up now?
So if it went up now, it'd probably have carb icing.
Had ice and the hot air's melted it.
Yes.
So we're looking for a rise as well as a drop, and there isn't one, so that's great. But what I would probably do is just leave it out until you're good to go. Because you can't gauge where you want it at the moment until you're at full throttle.
That makes sense.
And then knock it in. You'll have less power if you forget to reset it, but at least you won't get icing.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. Okay, spread clutch check. I'm going to close the throttle.
Beautiful.
Okay, she works. 75%. DI set, attitude is set, collection too much, don't want the governor to take over.
Roger, looking out for
the collective friction off, so that is going to go forward. Cyclic friction off. For what it's worth, that'll go left.
Yeah, for what it's worth, shit, isn't it?
I don't know any different, that's the thing. The governor's on, it's over to me, throttle open, and let the governor take over.
Oh, yeah. You see that drop now, you're nearly at 10, so just knock it in a little bit when you do your engine T's and P's.
Warning lights are out, T's and P's are nicely in the green, and I'm going to raise the collective and then close the throttle. Look for that 97%. low RPM, back down. Very good. Warning lights are still out. And that's the run-up checks complete.
Awesome. So T's a piece of green RPMs and green, all warning lights are out. We can just knock that car beat in a little tiny bit.
Top stuff.
Probably need all the power we can get. If you could request taxi to X-ray for a departure to the north, that'd be awesome.
Roger, I'll just turn them up a touch. I'll probably actually turn my headset up a bit. It's radio, isn't it, today?
Yeah.
Radio, very good morning to you. It's Heli Golf, Delta Oscar Golf India over advance information, Mike, QNH1028. And request radio check, please, and taxi X-ray to depart the north.
Heli Golf India, Shoreham Radio. Good morning, sir. Reading you 5. No traffic to affect you. Taxiing to X-ray. And would you squawk now? 3763.
3763, the squawk, and we'll have a taxi to X-ray Golf India. Thanks. Cool. All right, so they're waiting and waving. Okay, left side is clear, above is clear, left is clear. Those people aren't around anymore. 2-stage.
Oh. Okay. You're leaning on it a little bit.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
You back in?
Yep, all good, mate.
Okay. Right, so what we do is when we lift into the hover,
yep.
the important thing is you said 2-stage lift, which is great.
Yeah.
Really painfully slow with the lever. When it gets light on the skids, that 2-stage lift kind of gives you a reminder not to yank it. So you make sure that everything's roughly where you want it.
Yeah.
And then continue at a really painfully slow rate until you get to the height that you want. Then we have a look at the power. What we really want is 2 inches of power available, and we haven't got it.
No.
Because we're a bit fat.
Yeah.
2 inches would allow us to do a vertical takeoff, but it would also allow us to do a vertical approach.
Right, okay.
So for a confined air, if you're going to the pub,
yeah.
you really want those 2 inches available.
Yeah.
And you can also, it gives you that opportunity to put it back down if things aren't right. And if you're using more power than you are expecting, you can put it down, check the max, whatever else. Anyway, you have control.
Yeah, control.
And I am on flight back to Deanland for maintenance. Okay, thank you. And would you squawk 3...
Okay, taxiways are clear, T's and P's are in the green, no warning lights.
Traffic to affect you, taxiing up to Kilo.
We're using a bit too much power, we can get a bit lower, use that ground cushion.
Taxis for Kilo 1. Golf Tango 1.
Lower still. Down a bit more. Perfect, that's a good height.
Okay.
India Whiskey, we'd like to just park up for 10 minutes if that's okay on the apron.
Can't be cold for now.
Oh, thank you, that'll give us a bit of a boost.
Yeah. I mean, surely I'm not that fat. We've only got
and it's only
8.5 gallons.
15 degrees. Am I heading the right way?
Yeah, keep going. Over there.
Yeah, it's when we take off with 4 quarts of oil for weight.
It's Papa Oscar. Golf Papa Oscar, Shoreham Radio, come on. Papa Oscar at Hangar 7, request taxi sub.
Yeah, 24.5 inches of manifold pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use the cushion a bit and then let's feel that lift coming from that, so reduce the manifold pressure. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Sure, power checker.
And then I get into a situation where that happens and then we sort of stop.
And the trouble is you can gain translational lift if your balls are big enough, but at some point you've got to slow down, haven't you?
Exactly. I don't have big enough balls, mate.
Right. So this is X-ray over here, this little square. And although there's no wind at all, point in the direction that you know it would be coming in, just to get into the habit of always departing into wind.
Roger, understood.
Request lift of a taxi via
Dude, this is just fucking cool, isn't it?
Roger, November Alpha, squawking 3763, and I have no traffic to affect you.
Cool, so we'll spot turn 180.
Okay.
To westbound for Goodwood.
Sorry, Sean, can't hear you at all, a lot of noise.
Golf November Alpha, hell no.
That is a lot better, thank you.
Okay, no traffic to affect you departing.
This is good stuff.
No fixed wing traffic to affect you
Good
departing.
stuff.
Surface wind is 130 degrees.
Good fun, I know that much.
Okay, Bob, we're going to line up 24
Bit high, correct.
and do the...
That's it. So the wind sucks pointing this way. I mean, there's no fucking wind, but I would be aiming at the railway bridge with a left turn up the river to the north.
Ah, cool, okay.
But because it's non-standard, you know, you have to really describe it to especially to Bob.
Yeah.
So it'd be Golf India's ready for departure into wind with a left turn to the north.
Roger.
Okay, thank you, Checker.
Golf India, ready for departure into wind with a left turn.
Golf India, Roger. Surface wind 130 degrees at 4 knots.
Roger, copy, thanks, Golf India. Okay, cool.
Cool, so nice and gently because we've not got a lot of power.
Okay, no T's and P's. Sorry, T's and P's are in the green, no warning lights. That's something that Harvey showed me. Right side's clear, there's an aircraft taxiing, that's okay. Gonna increase the speed.
Good stuff. Right, I have control.
Yep.
Bob, we're going to do that one again if that's okay. A call for departure. Have you got any fixer in traffic?
Negative fixed wing traffic, just your colleague there departing 3-1.
I'll watch out for that one.
Yes.
Right, so we're short on power, aren't we? And
yeah.
You won't have done limited power yet, but probably worth getting into it because it's a bloody 22. You might be flying with me again. So the ground cushion does benefit us somewhat. Can you just knock the car beat to cold for me? I'll just add it out for the purposes of general fuckery.
Is that okay?
Yeah, perfect. All the way in.
All the way in,
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, visual, thanks. So yeah, we're using a bit less now they're a bit lower with the car beat off, yeah. And you can see the ground cushion, you can see the grass moving, can't you? Yeah. So that's our ground cushion. What we want to do is stay on that ground cushion, giving it that little bit more power. It usually equates to about an inch, until we get translational lift. So in order to do that, we have to like move forward really, really slowly.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And you can still see the ground cushion. And what you'll notice when we get translational lift is a shudder. So grab hold of the controls so you can feel it.
Yep.
Alright. Feel that?
Oh yeah.
There.
Oh wow. Bloody hell.
And then you're off, you know. You have control.
I have control. You're still only using...
Oh. Freak Steve out. There's a bloody seagull. Jesus Christ. We're all out today. You have control.
I have control.
Alright. And a left turn up the river.
Roger.
November Alpha, lining up, taking off from 24 numbers.
November Alpha, Roger, no traffic to affect your departure.
Must be like 60 knots?
Yeah, 60 knots, 23 and a bit inches.
Roger.
Sure, radio, go Bravo, Oscar, Lima, Victor.
Bravo, Oscar, Lima, Victor.
That's on finals.
Yeah.
And straight up.
Okay, Roger.
Runway 20, taxiing via Kilo 2, Kilo 1.
Okay, thank you. And
yeah, I noticed you didn't use any power then. You just had it set about 22, 2.5, 23.
And there's another phenomena there as well, is that because lift is based on, you know, angle of attack amongst other things.
Yeah.
It's to do with induced flow, but as you angle the disc forwards and you increase speed, you're reducing the amount of induced flow and therefore increasing angle of attack with no more pitch angle. So where you were using 23, 24 inches previously, the RPM will start to increase as you increase speed. But we've got governor. And the governor says, I'm not having that.
Yeah.
So it reduces power. So in the transition, you gain an extra inch of power without you doing anything. And so you can use that to climb away as well.
Got you.
So where you thought you didn't have enough power to depart,
yeah,
you know, as long as you take it slowly, you'll have gain an extra inch as you increase speed. So we're going between steady and B, do.
Yeah, sure. What altitude would you like?
I don't know.
Okay.
Let's start off at 1,000.
Okay, cool.
And just going between the two towns for me.
So just heading for the field in my 1 o'clock.
Perfect.
Cool. RP's good. No warning lights, T's and P's are all in the green.
Brilliant. What speed do you cruise at, or have you been?
70.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. So with me and you, 70 is probably about 20-21 inches.
Roger, understood.
Do you know at what point you apply full carpet?
In the descent, about, and then cold at 200 feet. If you're landing, making an approach rather.
Yeah, there's a manifold pressure figure as well.
Okay, I do not know.
So 18 inches or below, which is obviously why we apply it in the descent. But if you're flying by yourself, and you've been flying at 70 all the time, you may be at 17 inches.
Yep.
So it'd be full carpet all the time.
That makes sense.
Okie dokie, so let's use our attitude power trim to climb. So at 70, we're looking ahead and we'll decelerate for about 3 seconds.
Okay, so we clear to the right, clear above and to the left as well.
Golf India, go ahead.
Okay, that traffic is a twin at Stenning, landing at Truly Manor Farm.
It's copy, thank you.
No altitude, but it looks pretty clear.
Yeah, so 60 knots, 23 inches.
Okay.
Attitude, power.
I took my eye off the ball there a little bit and I started to climb. The speed's got back, so I'll get my 60 knots back. 23.
No basic service as it's radio, but I'll give you what information I can. Pass your message. We're currently over Delta and we're on track to Tunbridge and Weld. We route into the north of the extended centre line with like QNH.
Cool. We'll level out 1,500.
Roger.
Thank you. So the QNH is one.
Have you been using the trim at all?
I haven't touched it, no.
It's a bit easier like that, isn't it? Do you think?
Yeah, so what does that do?
Like a couple of rubber bands that just alleviate the stick forces.
Oh, that's smart.
But you really have to knock it off before you go back in the hover, so it's whether you choose to use it or not, it's up to you.
Looking for 70 knots, there's 1500, I'm descending a bit, so I'm going to adjust that.
Cool. So with levelling out from the climb, it's attitude power trim to climb, and then it's attitude power trim to level out. The idea of using max continuous power in any of the helicopters is not necessarily for your rate of climb, it's for that levelling out.
Okay.
Do you just follow me through for a second?
Yeah, you have control.
Right, so we'll get it back up to 70. Like that. And what I'm going to do is looking outside, because that's essential, rather than judging it by the airspeed indicator, I'm going to count to sort of 3 seconds. I'm going to wait until the decelerative attitude is already established. So looking out, clear above. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, still looking out, back to the normal attitude, raise the lever, still looking out. And the trim with us here is the fine tuning it. That's what the trim means. So I've done the bulk of the work, but I'm at 62. So I'm just going to tweak that, trim that to fine tune it. You need to do anything with the power wheel. But all of that was done with my eyes ahead.
Yes.
Now to accelerate takes a little bit longer, so I'm going to go for 5 seconds. So it depends how aggressive you are, you know. So gently forwards, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, still looking ahead, back to the normal attitude, lower the lever a little tiny bit, and then I have a look in. Oh, I've overcooked it a little bit, so I'll trim it out, yeah?
Cool.
I want to turn, I look out the turn ahead, into the turn ahead, and I roll it on and wait until the thing settles.
Yeah.
Right, now I can have a look where I'm going. You know, rolling out, same thing, and then we can tweak it and trim it.
Cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, you have control.
I have control.
Have to be careful of airspace,
Yeah.
but let's have a little climb. Let's go 2,300 feet or something like that.
Okay, just going to head on heading west, away from that airspace.
Cool.
Okay, looking outside.
Yeah, start off at 70 though, before you do it,
70,
so we can see if the theory works.
Yeah. I might descend down to 1800 and...
Sorry, sure, Golf Tango Lima is obviously leaving the circuit to the east. My apologies.
No worries, sir.
Alright, I'll just take that altitude as it is, back to 20 inches.
And again, you're raising the lever looking inside the nose pitches up and the speed drops off.
Yeah.
Every control input with reference ahead.
Right, there's 70, there's 1980 feet. Right, side's clear, above's clear. Looking at the horizon.
Dead ahead.
1 second. 2 1 second.
That's it. 3, back to the normal attitude, looking ahead. Raise the lever. Get it, let it settle, and now have a look inside. Okay. You've done the bulk of the work, so now we're just tweaking it a little tiny bit. Yeah? Yeah. Brilliant. Now when we level out, because we're using that power to level out, keep it at 23 inches.
Okay.
Yeah, attitude first.
Yeah,
so keep the power on.
Yeah.
I would accelerate for 4 or 5 seconds, but you're nearly there anyway.
Yeah.
Back to the normal attitude and then lower.
Roger, 2200.
Cool. So we're using that power so that we don't start descending again.
Yep.
After we previously climbed, you know.
Car peak's fully warm. It's just going to come down to 1800 to save your license.
Okay, so let's lower the lever. Let's do it as a pat. Power first. IZ, right foot goes in.
Yep.
Wait until you feel that rate of descent, and then decelerate for 3 seconds. Still looking ahead.
1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. 60 knots.
Yep, back to the normal attitude.
Cool.
You're looking at those two needles pointing at each other. 15 and 60.
That's a nice little age memoir.
India Whiskey, thank you, sir. November's current. Pass your detail.
Cool.
Awesome.
So much fun.
Cool, and as we're descending, we'll turn left onto south.
Roger, left side's clear. No warning lights, T-speed's green.
Would you squawk again? 3.
We're looking ahead until it's established.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Okay, power. Car peak in a bit.
And as you raise the lever, the nose wants to pitch up, but you want to get back up to 70, so we'll do these two simultaneously.
Power, attitude, and trim we already have. Looking outside, she's come back to 65, up to 70. 20 inches, left side's clear, left turn. Bit slow, correcting the speed.
Cool. Awesome. Right, let's aim at the downs.
Roger, right side's clear, above's clear, no warning lights, T-speed's green. 1800 feet towards downs.
And then when you're ready, full car peak, and we'll pat the helicopter down again.
Okay, full car peak.
So looking ahead, lower the lever until you feel that rate of descent. Looking ahead, looking ahead. Okay, and then decelerate for a few seconds, maybe 3. Looking ahead still.
Okay, decelerate, 60 knots. 60 and looking outside.
Cool, perfect. Gone slightly into an accelerative there.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw that before the airspeed indicator.
Yeah.
Sure, Golf Tango Lima is over the Amex and changing to...
Slow, correcting. Look outside more.
Bye-bye now.
Goodbye.
Brilliant. We turn on to 210 for me.
Roger, right side's clear, above's clear, and descending turn 210 degrees. Back pressure.
Get it down to about 800 feet.
Roger, understood.
Okay, follow me through.
Okay, your control.
Ooh. Okay, now you have control?
Okay, have control.
Get as close as you can to the trees and follow the downs. Avoid the people though, make sure they don't get you reg.
Yeah.
Keep it sort of down tight, you know, level with the... Chuck it around. Right hand turn, follow the tree line.
That's cool.
Papa Oscar, Sean Radio, pass your message. 4 POB, the destination November 1328.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Hard right. Hard right. Yeah, you might need to give it a bit of lever sometimes if you really want to get over.
62, please. No reported traffic to affect your taxi.
Yeah, buddy. Aren't helicopters brilliant?
They're just brilliant, absolutely. Can't have this much fun normally.
I have control.
You have control?
Weapons going hot. Right, brilliant. Okay, if you skirt the edge of Stenning for me.
Roger.
And then we'll pick up the river
to
come back into shore. So just avoid the houses as best you can.
Will do. TP's good, no warning lights. Climb to 800 and then...
Pick up the river. So who do you fly for?
It's a company called Jet Concierge Club.
Okay.
So they manage the aircraft. However, my aircraft is owned by Graf Diamonds.
Yeah.
So that's the global that I fly. But I'm also fleet captain on the global, so I look after basically all the pilots.
Okay.
And deputy training manager as well. So for my sins, because I instruct at CAE on the global and the Learjet.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, which is very rewarding and interesting.
Is it?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. So similar to what Mark does.
Yeah.
Golf India Whiskey, Roger. No reported traffic.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I don't know, struggle working at CAE here.
But because I'm part-time, no problem.
Yeah.
I just go and do my job.
In out.
In out, exactly that. Yep. No problem. But I love teaching. I find it so rewarding.
Me too. When I first started, I was forced to do charter for a little while as well.
Yeah.
Just, on the side.
Yeah.
Absolutely hated it.
Really,
glorified taxi driving, straight and level.
Yes.
I love throwing it at the ground without an engine. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly.
And
doing
seeing
that
people
stuff.
progress.
Yeah. And it's...
How's Golf India standing to join?
Golf India, Roger. Runway 20, QFE 1028.
201028 will be for whiskey west of 20.
Golf India, Roger.
Right, so this trim thing is a bit of a bugger. If you try and push it straight down, it doesn't always work, although it did that time.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of aft pressure as well. So if you use your left hand, and then a little bit of aft.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Pull it out just to get a feel for it. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it sort of bends, isn't it?
That's it.
Got you.
Perfect. You might run full carpet at this point.
Yeah.
And
so
pre-landing checks.
Fuel is Yeah, we've got enough.
A bit.
Engine parameters in the green, carpet is fully hot. Direction is good, QNH is unchanged, and T is trim. If it's off.
And then we follow this little stream around, and that'll keep us away from the houses.
Roger.
Just the stream rather than
sorry,
the river.
Mate. I'm sorry.
It's just you getting a bit close to the approach. So.
Absolutely.
So Bob knows the score. We're not allowed circuits on a Sunday, but we'll be doing a low approach to go around for flight safety purposes.
Understood.
Lining up with the Ricardo's test track, which is that little tarmac strip with the diamond in it.
Okie dokie. On the right side of 20, basically.
Yeah.
So, am I aiming for whiskey, effectively?
Yes, please.
Cool.
As if you're just coming into the hover. Heli Golf India, finals whiskey, low approach go around, if that's okay, Bob.
Golf India, A-Firm, low approach go around whiskey, surface wind 130 degrees at 4 knots.
That's copy, thanks. Sorry, mate. I just forgot. We've had a couple of complaints from those over here. So if we follow the Ricardo's test track to the 27, it does look like we're getting a bit close, but by this time, you know, they're below us. And
okay, cool.
So and then line yourself up. You have control now.
No bother, I have control. Thank you.
Beautiful. So we get a lot of bird activity here, especially on the grass, and you know, sometimes helicopters at whiskey. So when we do the go around, we're just going to check that we've got a positive indication of airspeed. Doesn't matter what it is, it's just registering.
Okay.
Yeah. Check this clear above.
Yeah, which it is.
And then we're going to look out and raise the lever all the way to max continuous power. So raise the lever now, all the way up. Don't let the nose pitch up. Now wait until the climb's established.
Okay.
Which means positive indication here and here.
Yeah.
Before you then accelerate up to 60, you might want to put the carpet to cold to get a better rate of climb.
There's 45 knots, there's a bird.
Is that same kamikaze seagull?
I think so.
And then we're going for these big trees over here, so right over the top of these.
Yep.
And then you've got some shortcut grass and then some sort of wooded area. There's actually a stream that delineates the two, so we're following that round. So over these big trees rather than over the houses. Make sure there's no fixed-wing monkeys offsetting on the climb out.
Yeah.
And then we're following this little stream round over the conifers and back on ourselves.
Yep. Right side's clear, both's clear.
Is active to the right of your climb out.
Following the fence line of the football pitches.
130 degrees at 4.
Trying to get 800 feet, which is a bit of a struggle.
20, a bit more power.
Yeah.
So I want us to do 800 feet, then 600 feet, and then, so half was saying just go with 700 round. But
yeah, you can do that all the way. I go for this little allotment here.
Oh yeah, good.
Because it's an open field beyond it rather than the houses.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. 130780.
Yeah, I've not done a circuit this side before, so that's good to see. Thank you.
Cool.
RP. Awesome sauce.
Stuff. And where the path goes through these trees here, that's where we're going to turn and pick up that row of trees that goes left, right, east, west.
Okay, down that road, or just past it?
No, past it. So this row of trees here,
sorry, yep.
You've got to stay away from the farm a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. The less noise complaints, better for
everyone. We started getting envelopes with pooing up through the letterbox.
Through Advance?
Yeah, saying we live here, fuck off Advance. Or they also mentioned other companies, but we were the only ones with the letterbox. So we got them from Eastern Atlantic, from Shoreham Helicopters.
Because my partner Leah, you probably know her.
Yeah.
She said that they used to get a lot.
Yeah.
In the tower.
Full carb heat. That's it.
Okay,
cool.
Fuel is good, engine parameters, carb heat, direction.
It's outrageous though, because you put a house within an aerodrome boundary, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Wake up my feet a bit. That's better.
Golf India finals whiskey.
Golf India, Roger. Surface wind 130, 4 knots.
Come slightly right of this centre line of whiskey, just to crab in for wind.
Love it.
Thank you. Another go around?
Nah, I'll have to call it something else if we want another one.
Yeah, makes sense.
Ooh, we're definitely going to die.
Yeah.
Cool, right. So, beautiful,
there,
beautiful. No, it wasn't that. What you want to do is coordinate, so you're at 0, 0, 0 rate of descent with 0 forward speed. So
okay.
you follow me through. But I'll be able to say, okay, just operate whiskey for a few minutes.
No problem, sir. Thank you. I have no other traffic.
Copy that. Have full carb heat, please.
Yep, full carb heat.
Right. So if I just show you what I'm on about, and then you can replicate it.
Yeah.
I like what you were doing. Just be careful of your tail though, because it's the most vulnerable part of the helicopter.
Sure.
But I did like what you were doing. Carb heat's cold for me.
Carb heat cold.
So we're reducing our rate of descent and forward speed so that we're at 0 forward speed at our hover height. And what that provides is a gentle reduction in translational lift, rather than suddenly lose all lift, sink, loads of lever, and then massive torque reaction, and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. So follow me through, and then you can chuck it about afterwards. I'll just reposition.
Carb heat hot.
Okay, follow me through.
Carb heat cold. Following you through.
We're just focusing on that last little bit, so you have control.
Yeah, control.
Shoreham, good morning. Blade Runner 003.
Blade Runner 003, Shoreham Radio. Good morning, sir. Pass your message.
Good morning.
Focus on the technique, not necessarily hitting the spot.
Okay, thank you. QFE 1028, runway 2.
It was a lot less dramatic that time, but you know, we still work on it, can't we?
Yeah, totally.
So you have a go at repositioning for me, so we need to get a little bit of speed before we turn downwind.
3763
A bit more speed. A bit more speed.
Okay.
Radio, Golf Delta Bravo, Delta inbound.
Golf Oscar Bravo, Oscar Delta, Shoreham Radio. Pass your message.
Golf Delta Bravo, Oscar Delta, with information Papa
thank you. Runway 20
Lightning
to
round.
have then, and 1028. Would you squawk now 3763?
Watch the pikeys because they'll shoot at you.
Oh, really? Probably, yeah.
Probably. Right, I'm just going to set it up a little bit for you. So that...
Our departure at 4,000 feet opposite direction. Copy that traffic, well clear, and changing now on route Farnborough.
Okay, whenever you're ready, follow me through.
Okay, following you through.
You have control.
Yeah, control.
Thanks, Bob, cheerio.
Alright, slow down a little bit more. What we're actually doing is raising Olivier, you got it. Eyes ahead. Yeah, buddy! Stop! That's it, you get the idea. 0, 0, you know. 0 rate of descent with 0 forward speed at the right height. And then you get this gradual reduction in translational lift rather than a sudden hit. You've got to give it loads of power. Yeah. Cool, let's just get it slightly more into wind even though there's very little.
Yeah.
And we'll go for a landing.
Roger.
Okay, then make it 20 for Eastern Atlantic. 20 for Eastern, thanks, Bob. Golf India, copy that, got a heli on 20.
Yeah, copy, thanks, visual.
Yeah.
I'll get away with you. That was, yeah,
alright.
sexual. Back over, are you ready?
All be like that.
Roger, thanks. The wind is 1303 knots. Thanks, mate. Golf Oscar Delta, just clear to join runway 20 crosswind. Yeah, Oscar Delta A firm, so no traffic to affect you joining crosswind. The circuit is clear.
Yeah!
Other joining traffic.
Fuck off! That was awesome! And we would like to have 2 inches available before the red line.
Yeah.
And everything else looks alright. Give it a little bit of car beat now.
Thank you.
Okay, let's have a spot turn 360 left at the same rate all the way around, holding the ground position.
Okay, right side's clear, clear to the left.
Nice.
Bit high, but
Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, do a bit sideways left, a bit sideways right.
okay, right side's clear, left side's clear.
Cool.
Right side's clear.
Love it. Okay, let's reposition if it was a rectangle, the corner behind us so that we can depart on a bit of a diagonal, if you know what I mean.
Understood. It's mad because it's like you say something and my brain thinks it and it just does it. I don't even think that I'm putting an input in.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's, I mean, some people think I'm a bit weird, but it's almost like Zen-like, you know, you have to be at one with the machine, you know. If you're thinking about it, it's too late.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome. So we'll use that ground cushion. We'll get a little bit lower on this transition.
Okay.
And sort of depart slightly on the diagonal and then follow that circuit the tall trees are. Heli Golf India.
Heli Golf India.
Hey Bob, we'd like to depart briefly and then rejoin back to Whiskey. So ready for departure to the north from Whiskey.
Okay, thank you. I've got one Cessna just turning downwind for landing on 20.
Copy, thanks. Alright.
So he's no factor.
So just nice and gently forwards, using that ground cushion. Keep the skid straight, don't lower the lead. should have that's your translational lift. Give it a good push forward through that. You'll get it. That's it. Keep pushing forward.
Oscar's after Roger, circuit is clear.
That's it. Brilliant. Got a 3-inch of power now, so pull that up, use it, and
that's so cool.
go for the big trees.
Love it. Yeah, I see what you mean. Looking for 60 knots.
All these trains that have that little flat area there, it's just yearning for it. Well, I just want to land on it. Every time they go past, I have to hold myself back. Right, so just along this stream, so
oh yeah,
then over the conifers and back.
Yeah. Right side's clear. T's and P's are good. No warning lights. Following the conifers, and then the fence. Looking for 800 feet or 700 feet. What would you prefer if you're doing a test? What would you prefer? I did 800, 600, 800.
I just think on this leg you want it as much, on the downwind leg you want as much height as you can get, really.
Yeah.
But you know, in this thing you might not get 800, and I wouldn't bother trying to achieve it once we're past the houses. Certainly for this area here.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So now I'd probably just level out, forget about it.
Sure, makes sense.
Oscar Delta, Roger. No reported traffic. Surface wind is
Gonna give a bit of tickler car peak.
Cool.
Right, so it's clear as aircraft on final, but shouldn't be a factor. We can slow down if we need to. So we'll slow down a march for 60.
Sure, radio, go Bravo Julie Charlie Alpha.
Go Bravo Julie.
Below 18 inches, full carb.
Thank you very much.
Touch message.
Good afternoon. It's Golf.
Fuel is good. We're probably we've got 4 in the mains. Engine parameters in the green. Car peak's on. DI altimeter unchanged.
Kilo 1. No traffic to affect your taxiing. And squawking.
No houses underneath. Looking for the test track.
No traffic. Squawk 3763.
Left side's clear. Base is clear for the heli. The fixed wing.
Heli Golf India, finals for whiskey.
Heli Golf India, thank you. Surface wind 1, 2.
And it was not a circuit. That's copy, thanks, Rob.
Oscar Delta, continue ahead and then take the Alpha taxiway towards the tower.
Alpha taxiway towards the tower, Golf Oscar Delta. Sure, Mrs. Golf Bravo Mike India Whiskey with information Quebec, BOB inbound.
Golf Bravo Mike India Whiskey, thank you sir. Quebec is current. I have no other joining traffic.
India Whiskey. Sure, Tower Golf Charlie Hotel India Papa outbound.
Charlie Hotel India Papa, short radio. Good afternoon, touch message.
Good afternoon. 1TOB, request permission to taxi. I'd like to do circuits, but with full stops. I want to do 3 circuits with them, full stop, and then...
Someday you're not allowed, mate.
Okay.
No.
Receipt of information, Papa.
Yes, answers India Papa, thank you. And there's just one traffic, you can probably see them there about your 10 o'clock taxiing ahead of you. And squawk now 3763.
Bob probably doesn't know what day it is.
No.
3763.
Lovely this morning.
Traffic in front. Thanks, Golf Charlie Hotel India Papa.
Edging forward. Keep going forwards.
Oscar Delta, are you for parking or did you want fuel, sir?
Stop!
Just parking, please.
Nice one. Cool.
Thanks for the
reminder. Give me another landing and then
Roger, into wind.
we'll rang it back home.
Sounds good to me.
Beautiful.
Oh, bit nose heavy there.
That's all right. Cool. Back up when you're ready.
Roger, thank you. Right side's clear, above's clear, left's clear.
Heli Golf India, thanks Bob. Like to taxi crossing T0 back to advance.
Golf India, thank you. With traffic on the Kilo taxiway, 2 on the Kilo taxiway.
Yeah, visual, thanks. Yeah, just go as fast as you want. Strag it.
In between the masts?
Yeah,
always
sure.
Scares the shit out of me, but I've got to get used to it.
And what I'd say is a height appertaining to your speed, so if you're normally taxiing at this sort of speed down here,
yeah,
you know, as your speed increases, you want to allow translational lift to let you climb.
Sure.
So double hover height for double the speed or something along those lines.
Okay.
You have control.
No control.
Go as fast as you want, alright.
Golf Lima Victor is at Lewis, 2,300 feet with Quebec 1028 for a rejoin. Roger, Lima Victor. There is one other traffic ahead of you also joining, PA28. Roger, we'll look out for the traffic and we'll position for a crosswind join, Golf Lima Victor. Yeah, I'm on 20, so I'll be left base, will it? Apologies, yes, left base for 20, Golf Lima Victor. Yeah.
Can we go middle pad so that I can put a bit of fuel in it?
Yeah, sure. Okay, right side's clear, no obstructions.
Yeah, buddy.
Made on the pad.
Brilliant, I have control.
Yeah, you have control.
Good stuff.
To make it just, yeah. Love it. Mate, I've had such a good day.
Is that right?
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Blowing all the grass in for Sarah. So I just do thumb down, throttle down, if you think of it like that, and just get it so it's a bit quieter for the neighbours, but also to begin the cool down process. So you have control.
Yeah, control.
At 4 knots.
Right click friction on and neutral. Select friction on. 2 minutes. The CHDs to drop. Did you think I'm about where where I should be?
No, you're ridiculously good. It's sickening. I'm gonna have to sabotage the next flight somehow.
I'm really enjoying it.
Good.
Short radio, Golf
Thank you.
Charlie Alpha at Kilo 1420 lining up.
Charlie Alpha, Roger, no reported traffic. Surface wind 140 degrees at 4 knots.
Charlie Alpha.
Yeah, today felt better than last time, and last time felt better than the time before. I can feel a marked improvement.
That's good.
It just feels more relaxed every time, I think, and that's the key, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
One more minute for the clutch. I said to John, should we buy an R22 and give it to advance to manage, and we can do, I can do my lessons in it, you can do your outbuilding in it.
That's a marvellous idea, that is.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He's like, yeah, but I think for afterwards, depends how much money you're going to lose, isn't it? Because I think you looked into all of that before.
Yep. Yeah, the thing is, if you get something that's a bit cheaper, you end up paying for it in maintenance. So you can't really budget for that because it's unscheduled. Whereas if you spend the money in the first place, 2 years warranty or whatever else, then at least you know, you know, and you'll get more back, obviously.
Do you think I'll get the 22 done before she goes in for maintenance?
Throttle fully closed. Before rebuild, you mean?
Yeah, before rebuild.
Yeah, that's easily.
Okay, cool.
Golf Charlie Hotel, India Papa, holding Kilo 1, ready for departure.
Golf India Papa, roger. I've no reported traffic. I'll advise you when the one landed has vacated.
Okay, Golf Charlie, India Papa, lining up and waiting.
India Papa, roger.
Go Charlie Alpha, leaving the zone to the west.
Charlie Alpha, roger, and no other reported traffic.